Hello everyone, Nasagitor back again. We've got a Nortel Call Pilot 200i, not a 201 or a 202, but 200. This is first gen for the option 11. I was going in here looking for some capacitors to make sure they're not failing or anything. I'm replacing the IDE with a SATA interface so I can replace the hard drive that failed on me and get this thing back up and running in my system. And I was going underneath here to go look for the capacitors, and apparently what they decided to do was they have, let me find it right there. There's a chipset like you would normally find on a motherboard, various I/O chips, got the LAN card that goes through here, connecting to a connector here, presumably, I haven't traced it out yet, but probably going into the backplane connector here. So it comes out on the RJ21 jack that is underneath all the cards. And then, of course, you've got underneath there more PC card slots, one for storage, so you could plug it in, talk to it, that sort of thing. And then two for the media processor cards. And on the separate board that plugs in, I think, if you look at it, it's got hole. I think it's not PCI, it's ISA. I don't remember. I wasn't into computers back when I was 5, so weren't really a thing. I grew up in the land of PCI, which this is on. This is for the SCSI connector. It's a whole separate card via PCI. So they got this little mini PCB. All it does is have gold fingers on both ends, so you can plug an ISA or whatever this is into an ISA or whatever it is. It's kind of jank. I mean, it's probably more robust than what some companies do, where they just have a bunch of pins like this. I haven't figured out what these are for, and they have them stick in there. So yeah, this will probably last a whole lot more pulls and unpulls than pins will. I know I've done some damage before with stuff that use that. So right here you've got your RAM, real-time clock, some various capacitors. This is your BIOS. Underneath here is a Pentium CPU. Haven't been able to figure out which model. We'll figure out once I get it booted up and working. I can probably go into the BIOS, and I'll make a video on that. But I found it really funny how their idea was like, okay, we want to get a better voicemail system that can do some modern stuff. Let's just put a server in a card. And thus they did. VGA, PS2, SCSI connector, and then everything else on there. Like, they've managed to compact a big old motherboard, because, I mean, you all remember how big motherboards were back then, into this tiny little card. And hey, it works. One main issue is the hard drive, which it's an older. I think I have it sitting over here. No, okay, but it's a decently old hard drive. This thing's from '98. No, hang on, let me find it. There's one of these got a warranty start date on it. I think. Yeah, here we go. So if we pop out one of the media processor cards. Yep, upside down. Start date was early 2000s. So yeah, man, it's getting up there in years. It works though. I'll take that. And you do also, of course, have iButton licensing. I forget what the model is, and I can't pull it up, or else the video will stop. So I'll probably put it down in the comments. So yeah, see y'all.